What's going on, Thunder fans? We are back with another week of Thunder Things. I'm Zach.
I am Craig.
And we are the Thunder Guys. Thank you so much for joining us, whether you are watching live on Facebook Live, tuning in to the Crossover Radio app, Crossover Radio, Radio with a Purpose, or, I don't know, if you're checking us out a little later on down the road, that's okay too. So as long as you
Checking us out.
check us out, yeah, give us a shout. You never know. Might find something you like. Am I right?
Yeah.
All right.
Or maybe.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
So
it's Bros Giving.
it is Happy Bros Giving 2018. We've got a little dinner party.
It's not a party.
It's not a dinner party. Oh, it's gonna be a party, and there is gonna be dinner.
It's a small get
But
together.
It's
It's a kickback.
It's a kickback. Exactly. So, but we don't have a lot of time to waste, Craig.
Sorry.
Because
I apologize.
you and your shenanigans over there. We got a lot to talk about. And also, I just realized that I've had your side of the mic muted. You've still been coming through on my side, but you probably weren't as vocal as some people. People probably thought you were like whispering, like from your side of the mic, like trying to seduce me over here, bro. But anyways,
It's not even my fault.
that was all me.
We need a tech guy.
We need a producer like Roz on Frasier. Have you ever watched Frasier?
Yeah, but I think I know someone who could do that.
For reals?
Yeah.
Like for freeze?
Yeah.
For free?
Yeah, for sure.
That would be awesome.
His name's Jared.
I don't know about that. I know that guy.
Wow!
This
hating Jared.
I know it looks like I'm just over here playing around on the interwebs, but
It's so distracting. You have
there's-
3 devices going right now.
and I'm using all of them for different purposes. How distracting is that?
Ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. I would have to.
So anyways, I thought we didn't have time to waste.
We don't. Why are you?
Paul George scored a lot
Why are
of
you
points
talking?
this week.
Yeah, he
last
did.
week.
So here's what we're gonna do.
Almost 100. Was it 99? Or was it 100 points? I was trying to count.
I don't even know. You tell me. This is your stat. You started explaining something like I'm just supposed to know.
I thought maybe you were ahead of the game.
No. Let's do a quick recap of the week, shall we?
Yeah, go for it.
I was gonna let you do it while I get some things out on the tweeters.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm counting points. 99.
Who had 99?
Paul George.
99 points. And I got nothing after that.
It's an average of 33 per game.
I was gonna try to make a Jay-Z reference, but I had nothing. You ever like start a sentence and it doesn't end up where you thought it was going?
All the time. Have you ever listened to me on our show before?
Have you ever listened to you on our show before?
No, because I hate that.
You hate your own voice?
Yes. Anyways, we started out...
Isn't that like a science thing?
I don't know.
I don't know. All right.
Quit wasting time.
Last Monday.
Started out with playing the Suns, and what was...
For the second time of the season.
In what was a fairly easy schedule for the week for the Thunder. That was a good start.
Hey, don't downplay
with a
it.
solid win. I'm not, because
Okay.
we did as a team. The Thunder did not play very well against these kind of teams a season ago. So
I started to say
it's nice that not only closing out these wins, but we're winning by 17 points and not just sneaking out a W at the end of the game. You know what I mean? No sneaky. Paul George, obviously, we've already mentioned him way too much. Had 32 points, 6 of 10 from 3. The Thunder,
am I right or am I right?
as a team, shot 48% from beyond the arc.
That, I feel like, is a...
But wait, there's more.
hyper rarity.
95%
There's more.
from the free throw line.
And I don't know if you were paying attention to the little notes here that I prepared for us, which I do every week, by the way. You're welcome. I definitely want to talk about the fact that the free throw percentage is up through this week, because I think that's going to be a key talking point. It's important to the game of basketball in general, and I feel like for the Thunder, it's been severely undernoted, understated what they need to do, what they need to be able to do, those types of things. So, but with that being said, we'll get more to we'll talk specifics on the free throws later. But good win against Phoenix. I thought it was
how much Adams was involved.
Super. Anytime he needs to average double-digit attempts.
Heard.
Obviously not every single game, but most all games.
What? Am I seeing this correctly?
Are you agreeing?
Yes.
Don't forget Schroeder, who is...
So Adams was 9 of 13 for 18 points against the Suns on Monday.
Are we already moving on to another game?
Yeah, and then on Wednesday, he was also 9 of 13.
For how many points?
He had 19 on Wednesday because he had an extra free throw.
But wait, there's more. Then we had 11 of 15, including 4 or 5 from the free throw line, to have 26 points. So here's the deal. Russ has been out
for the deal.
6 games in a row now. And through those 6 games, we are 5-1. And it begs the question, will he disrupt the chemistry when he comes back?
I've thought about that.
I was joking, man.
Oh, no, I really have thought about that. I'm not joking. That's a thought that has gone through my head. I'm not saying my thought was yes.
I wish I could come up with a proper metaphor right now. Let's picture you're having a party, okay? And you're having a good time, and you're enjoying yourself. But you're just a normal guy. And you've just got normal friends. Nobody really
I have no idea where you're going with this.
Well, hear me out.
Okay.
Let it develop. Dang. It's like an episode of Narcos.
You're all about developing stories, and it's just
okay. Better Call Saul. You need to watch it, man.
So boring.
Okay, so there's these friends there, but they're normal. Like, besides me, everybody else is normal. I'm a little bit higher up there, but then cool guy Steven Adams comes walking through the door. Is he going to mess up the good vibe of the party? No, he's going to take it to another level.
Are you saying that Westbrook
level
is going to bring good vibes to this team and take it to another level?
Good vibes. Good new father, just had some twins, his ankle's feeling well vibes. Those type of vibes.
All right. I wasn't doubting it. I'm just saying I thought about it.
As of right now, he's listed as out for tonight's game, but that's not for sure. The Thunder likes to play fast and loose with their injury reports. They like to switch things up at the last second, and I feel like he's going to play tonight. I'm not entirely sure.
Is he even in California?
Well, I'm assuming that's where Nina had the baby.
Really?
Near family. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe it was in Oklahoma City. But...
yeah, because he was at shoot-around.
Right. Okay, yeah, he was there. If he's there...
or was that in New York?
In Phoenix, he was at... well, we played at home against New York.
Oh, man, I'm so lost
He was at shoot-around in Phoenix, and then he had to leave. He had to skirt out.
Yeah.
I don't know, though. I feel like...
I saw she was here.
I saw an update that said that he was going to potentially play tonight. It was just kind of some guesswork. But I'm saying I think he plays. I could be wrong, but I think he's going to play. I'm hoping he's going to play because I want him to get that warm-up game in there before Wednesday. And we'll go over our weekly forecast here in a little while. But overall, 3-0 for the week. The Thunder has moved up to number 4 in ESPN's power rankings, which I don't know if you took a look at those or have seen those, but those came out today. They got the Toronto Raptors at number 1, which is interesting because they went 1-3 this last week, but they held steady at number 1. The Bucks went 1-1, and they moved up from 3-2. And the Warriors went 1-4 in this last week.
And stayed. And
they dropped to number 3, and that's it. Listen, I get it, they're the Warriors. I get it, they have one of the most talented teams. Let's not joke around. They have the most talented team in the NBA. Steph Curry's been out. But then you have to throw in the fact you've got the Kevin Durant, Draymond Green drama. You've got the fact that they've lost, 4 of the last 5 of the last 7, 3 in a row. When was the last time the Warriors lost 3 in a row? I couldn't tell you. I
didn't happen last year or the year before that.
I'm gonna try to search while we're talking about them, and that's gonna create some distraction.
I thought it was a little weird that they were in front of Oklahoma City, but
just because they listen, To me, power rankings should not be based off potential. It should be based off production.
Like how they're playing at that time.
The Thunder is without a doubt objectively the hottest team in the NBA. Won 10 of the last 11, only on a 3-game win streak right now. Obviously could have beaten Dallas, should have beaten Dallas, but that's neither here nor there. 10 of the last 11, that's the hottest streak in the NBA. There's no arguing that they are the hottest team. Now, you could say, well, the level of competition hasn't been that much of a challenge. I don't care about that, okay? The fact is, a W is a W. It doesn't matter how it happens as long as you win the game. Final buzzer sounds, did you win or did you lose? Right now, the Thunder's winning, and that's what's important. And that's what's keeping them on top. They're obviously playing extremely well, and I think that's all the difference. That's making all the difference. Okay? So for me, I think they're playing better than the Warriors. I think they're probably playing better, maybe not better than the Bucks and the Raptors. The last week, yes, they played better, but overall, no. I feel like right now they are playing better than the Warriors. The Warriors have played 3 more games than the Thunder. Okay? And right now we're in 5th, like tied for 5th. The standings are weird.
Yeah.
Listen, standings don't matter at this point. Everybody's so close, and it takes.
Really 1 through 5 is all bunched together.
Well, it takes until you get deeper into the season before you can really make anything up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But my thing is, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about the team. We talked about this. You said this is the most excited you've been about a Thunder team since number 35 left. And I'm going to have to agree with you. I was super excited to start the season last year, and then I was super let down.
Right. That didn't last very long.
It was one of the highest highs, and it immediately brought me to one of my Thunder lows.
Yeah. It was... This year, I'm saying at this point of the season, it's the happiest I've been since then. You know what I mean? Of course... Yeah. There was the optimism as soon as Kevin Durant left that, how the Thunder were going to play well with just Westbrook, and then that was quickly ended, and then like you said last year. So, happy that this team is definitely in the right direction right now. And, I mean, it seems like almost everything we've said on this show that needs to take place has taken place.
Listen, I don't know if Billy Donovan's been tuning in and taking notes, but I feel like we have laid out a pretty solid strategy for winning, and the Thunder has implemented it, and that's happening. Now, I'm not going to take all the credit as a new assistant basketball coach, and let's be clear, I'm not assistant to the basketball coach. I'm assistant basketball coach. So my mind is being open to a whole new world of strategy. All right, I'll tell you one thing.
Strategies.
Coaching basketball has taught me, if anything, that I don't know near as much about basketball as I thought I did. All right. I just realized my.
Did you mess up again?
No, I did something cool. I threw out a question, a poll on our live stream, and it's what we're going to argue later, actually. What has been the reason for the Thunder's recent success, offense or defense? But I think it's cut off part of the question. I can't tell. But anyways, so if you're watching, vote. Do you think it's the Thunder's offense or the Thunder's defense that has been the reason for the recent success? Either way, we're going to talk about it. Towards the end of the show, we're gonna we might get a little heated. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, depends how long. Depends how long.
I'm pretty chill tonight, man.
I'll be much more chill.
We'll see.
Yeah. So. Sorry.
So.
There's the Wizards. Have you been seeing all this stuff about the Wizards? This isn't on here, but have you been hearing about all this stuff? The Wizards are apparently ready and able and willing to trade anybody and everybody. Like they're open to conversation, and listen. We talk about the Warriors being a dumpster fire right now. It's definitely a dumpster fire over in Washington right now. But surprisingly, like Scott Brooks he's good. Like he's not in danger of losing his job or anything like that.
Good for him.
Which kind of blows my mind, but just because they've not been doing well. But it's cool. Whatever. On to the next thing. Russell Westbrook and his wife Nina. We mentioned this earlier. They welcomed twin girls Sky and Jordan Westbrook. Noah is a big brother. Listen, it's a big job to be a big brother, and to have 2 little sisters and to be immediately outnumbered after being the baby, the one. That's got to be a struggle. So I feel for Noah.
Feel for Noah?
I feel for Noah. But congratulations to the Westbrooks, adding the babies.
Do you think he did Sky Jordan on purpose?
What do you mean?
Like Air Jordan? Yeah.
I definitely think that played into it. Like Sky is Air and Jordan is Air Jordan. I definitely think that played into it. And I'm cool with it.
I also wondered if like they each named one and he went with Jordan. I can't see Westbrook being like Sky. That's the name for my daughter. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I think it's cool though.
I do too. I like the names.
I like the names a lot. But anyway, so congratulations to them. In talking about the recent the weekly recap, we talked about Paul George, the incredible week that he had right now with Westbrook out. Those 6 games, PG's averaging 27.8 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2.6 steals. That's actually in the last 5 games. But that does not include the fact that he is currently averaging career highs in points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks. He could be shooting a little better efficiently, but as far as numbers, he's doing as well as he has in ever.
Yeah.
What a time to be alive right now.
Those are some MVP numbers right there, man.
I mean, really, you could make an argument there.
No one's gonna talk about it, but I mean,
yeah, that's for
it's the
sure.
truth. But
nobody's gonna talk about the fact that he should be a legitimate contender in the discussion for Defensive Player of the Year right now. He's leading the league in steals. And
yeah.
Go ahead.
Do you still think Indiana won the trade, or? I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
You know, I never thought they won the trade. I think both teams won, but I think we won more.
I was just being funny because there's some people out there who are like claiming
best trade Indiana
they did not
ever
want
made.
Paul George.
Okay. Here's the thing. He's doing everything it takes to get the job done. Could he be shooting a little bit better? Sure. We'll take that any which way. But I feel like he's coming in clutch right now. He's not having off nights. Last season, he would have those off nights every once in a while. Listen, superstars don't have off nights. Even their off nights are still solid nights, and he's been doing a fantastic job at those solid nights on a regular basis. Agreed?
Agreed.
Okay, you got real quiet.
Sorry.
I'm like,
my bad, man.
I feel like whenever I'm teaching and I'm talking and then I pause and I'm waiting for like...
Anybody there?
Yeah. Can I get an amen? Hello, somebody in the back row. Anybody? No, okay. All right. But anyways, Paul George, he's been leading the way. I don't know if I'm super distracted because I'm like keeping an eye on Twitter. I'm just waiting for that Russell Westbrook update, hoping to see that he's available tonight. But if he's not, it's all right. I mean,
it's whatever at this point, man.
I won't be upset.
We don't even need him.
Whoa! Pump those brakes, mister. So,
I will say real quick that it's so nice to be able to win games without Russell Westbrook.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like previously when he's missed a game or been out for a little bit, it's like you feel lucky to just have a chance, you know. And now it's nice to be like, okay, if we don't win this game, I'm still going to be disappointed, even though Russ isn't playing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Just to have that.
Oh yeah.
Like this team still has the advantage without their best player, and that is amazing.
So I looked. Mm-hmm. And the Warriors last season, near the end of the season, they actually had a 3-game losing streak. 2 years ago, the first year that they won, Kevin Durant's first year there.
Losing streak?
Huh?
What did you say about the losing streak?
They had a 3-game losing streak.
When?
Last year, end of last season.
Were they resting guys though?
It wasn't the very, very end, so I couldn't tell you. But there was probably some injuries in there somewhere. Okay, but 2 years ago, KD's first year did not. I don't even think they lost back-to-back. Obviously, 3 years ago was the record-setting season, 73 wins. Did not have 3 in a row. Go back the year before that, when they won the finals the first time. Did not have a 3-game losing streak then. And then you go back before that, and they did have 1. Point is, they historically, over the last few years, they are doing very well. Last year, they had a 3-game losing streak.
How many teams have won an NBA Finals while losing 3 games in a row during the regular season? Can you look that up?
That's a lot to look up. I'd say a bunch.
You think so?
Yeah. Well, the Warriors did it last year. For one.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I don't think...
I forgot you just said that. My bad.
I don't think losing 3 games in a row is that big a deal.
It depends.
3 in a... You go to 4 or 5, now we're talking.
I feel like when you're having the kind of issues that Golden State is having right now, then you know what I mean? It's different than just losing 3 games. Like, you've got some issues going on as well. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
well, for a team
also,
as
I feel like
talented
people
as they are, I would agree for sure.
I feel like a lot of people are trying to downplay the entire situation.
Like it's not a big deal?
Yeah. Clearly it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Do I still think they're going to win the finals? Probably, yeah.
When the Cavs won a few years back, they had a 3-game losing streak. But it wasn't anywhere near the playoffs, so LeBron wasn't even trying. Real talk?
Yeah, but but to say that nothing's wrong in Oakland is a lie.
You got people saying that there's no doubt that Kevin Durant's gone. You got people trying to downplay what's happening, and I'm just kind of like, I don't know.
I don't care.
You know what I mean?
I'm enjoying it.
Listen, somebody said, "Am I really the only guy that feels bad for Kevin Durant?" And I'm like,
yeah,
why
probably.
would I feel bad for that guy? Listen, everything that he gets, I feel like he deserves. He brought it on himself. That means success and all the other junk.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who was it that was roasting him for not, like, standing up to Draymond? Did you see that? I think it was Stephen A. Smith. Like, you're going to talk all this trash, but when you had the chance right there to talk to your teammate, you're not going to say a word, and then you're going to... Yeah. And that's just the most Kevin Durant thing ever.
It is. He is a legitimate coward. That's all there is to it. And I don't have any qualms saying that. I think he's afraid. I wouldn't be afraid of him.
Listen,
okay, I'm not saying
the Warriors are going to turn it around and have a good season. So I'm going to enjoy this while I can.
Listen, they're going to have a better than average season as far as NBA teams go. By their standards, I'm not sure how good it's going to be. I said this at the beginning, like before season started over the summer. I think they have messed with the basketball gods too much. They pushed it too far when they went and got DeMarcus Cousins for $5 million measly dollars. I think they went too far. Okay? And I think that they're going to pay for it.
I would love for you to be right.
I would really love for me to be right too.
I don't even care about my preseason picks.
I've got a bet ticket in there. I've got a bet ticket in there that says they're going to win the NBA Finals.
And it's a big payout.
It's a big payout.
It's a nice payout.
And I got a baby on the way.
Heard.
Another one.
No, I don't hear that. But I mean...
so to say, we make an announcement on the show.
By the way, everyone.
What's going on? But, yeah, I got a baby on the way. And I got to do something about that. So I need some money. Not like me, my wife. She's... Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Anyways. Next thing, let's talk free throw percent. Okay, first 12 games of the season. At that point, we were 8-4, right? No, 8-5. We were 8-5, and the Thunder was shooting 68.8% from the free throw line. Dead last in the NBA. Awful. Waffle falafel. Awful. Okay. I don't know, man. I had to throw it in there. But the last 3 games, this last week, the Thunder shot 56 of 64 for 87.5%. Listen, that is dumb, stupid, ridiculous good. Here's where, what do you think would be an acceptable number for the Thunder, percentage-wise, on the season?
Acceptable?
What would you look at that and be like, all right, I feel okay when we have a guy step to the free throw line. I can breathe now. What would be a good number for you?
A whole team, right?
The whole team, yes. Included Steven Adams, Jeremy Grant, Russell Westbrook, all the guys that have not shot well from the free throw line.
I'd say like mid-70s.
Give me a specific number.
75.
Okay, 75% would put us just into the bottom half of the league right now. Now, I will say I feel like the NBA is shooting an above average number of free throws because of some of the new foul rules. I also feel like because it's early in the season, people are shooting really well. I'm gonna flip back to last season and take a look.
Like, I would be thrilled with 80.
Yes. Right now, teams are shooting. The high end is high and the low end is pretty low. Here's for reference: we shot 71.6% last season, second to last. All right, because of last week's solid week, we moved all the way up from 30th to 27. Oh. We're at 71.8. So we're above what we were last season. Now, if we can keep this trend going, you said mid-70s. I would like to see us, listen, 78% would put us in the top 10. I'm cool with 75, 76. I don't.
Like I said, I would love for 80% to be
the Trailblazers are leading the league right now at 85.4%.
I just don't think that this team is capable of shooting 80%.
No, I don't know if we're capable.
That's
of
why
shooting
I was looking for 75.
That would be totally suitable. I'd be happy with that. Whatever. I'm good with where we're at right now, though. Moving in that right direction. Okay, and that's what I want to see.
Hey man, I shot in the 70% from the free throw line in high school.
Well, you were a post, right?
Yeah, I was like,
and that's good. That's good for a high school kid. Here's my thing: if you want to be a team that shoots a lot of threes, you got to make your free throws. Look at all the great shooters; they've been incredible free throw shooters.
I'm not sure
Two of the top free throw shooters in the NBA are Steph Curry and Klay Thompson,
and Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah.
What do you think he's doing next season?
Depends on who wins the finals.
Sips tea.
Real talk.
Do you think Oklahoma City's a possibility to begin with?
No.
Not at all?
Maybe in his mind, but in the Thunder's mind, how? The money can't... Listen, people neglect to realize the money's not there. It cannot happen. It'd have to be a sign and trade. And I don't see the Warriors doing that. And who would we give up for him? We have 3 guys on contract.
Yeah.
That have big money.
Mm-hmm.
Russell Westbrook, Paul George, no way. Steven Adams, I don't see that.
I don't either.
I don't think it can happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's that. All right, we are back talking more Thunder things. I'm Zach.
I'm Craig.
And we are the Thunder guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We got a little bit more we want to talk about before we get to the weekly forecast and discuss this week's upcoming games. Happy Thanksgiving week, everybody, by the way. I don't know about you, man, but I love Thanksgiving.
Me too.
I love the food. I love the family. Man, you have to think about it.
Oh, that's my favorite holiday.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I forgot you're a Grinch and you don't like Christmas.
Christmas is meh. New Year's is cool.
Yeah, listen.
New Year, same me.
Once you become a parent and New Year's turns into putting the kids to bed and then hoping you can stay awake and watch a movie, make it to midnight. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I'm not, but that's how it be sometimes. You know how I be.
They don't always think it'd be like it is.
They don't always think it'd be like it is, but it do.
Big facts.
Big facts. So, we've got some interesting statistical categories that I would like to discuss.
I love the statistics.
Fine Monday evening. The Thunder is moving on up in some areas and looking pretty good. Did you know that after starting the season 0-4 and looking rough, Oklahoma City has rebounded quite well, both literally and metaphorically. But in terms of, a common statistic that people like to look at as far as success is the plus-minus point differential. And right now, the Thunder is number 6 in the NBA with averaging plus 5.4. And part of that is because the Thunder has had some really big wins. And here's the thing. If you look at some of the league's best teams over the years, what makes them so good is their ability to beat bad teams by big points. And the Thunder has struggled to do that at times in the past, but they're doing an okay job at that so far. Already have, 2 20-plus point wins and 4 10 to 19-point wins. Okay? So that's put them at number 6 in the point differential, which I think is important. You can't just... when it comes down to it, winning is important, right? That's the goal. Just win the game. But at the same time, you do want to win... you want to win big when you can win big.
Of course, yeah.
Because it means more than just a pretty win.
Right. I mean, it goes way further than that. One of the things I love the most about this team right now is that they're putting teams away. It's not just... like I said earlier, squeaking out wins at the end of the game. No squeaking around here. This is these are good wins, and it allows guys to have more rest. Paul George was able to sit out the whole fourth quarter the other night.
That doesn't happen very often.
Right, and I mean, sure, a win is a win, but if you're barely winning games, that's going to catch up to you over the course of an 82-win season. You need these big wins, especially against teams that you're a lot better than. So I agree with you. I think, hopefully this keeps climbing and the Thunder go further than 6th in the NBA, but right now that's looking good if you ask me.
Yeah, I'm definitely a big fan of that. I like putting the teams away, like you said, letting the starters get some rest. And not just that, but it's letting the young guys get some run. I feel like that's super important. If guys like Paul George and Steven Adams can take a seat at the end of a game, and you put in some of these guys like TLC, he put in some solid minutes the other night. The Thunder was a little bit strapped at guard. Didn't
played
have
like 20 minutes, didn't he?
Did it? Yeah, it was something like that. Had 16 points.
Yeah, maybe 25.
Something like that. I can't remember. Whatever it was, he played well. He played more. He played like twice as many minutes as he had in all of his other games combined. So that's solid. We'll take that.
It's important for keeping those kind of guys ready.
Yes, definitely. Having a deep bench is incredibly important. You can't just rely on your front five and expect to win every single game. That's the case most of the time, but got to have a deep bench. Even if they're not producing every single night, they need to stay ready. And TLC, who was averaging like 2 minutes a game coming into the game on Saturday, he was ready to go, and I think that's super important. It's not necessarily what you're putting out; it's what you're capable of doing, and he was capable of doing it. And it looked rough in the first half. Airball to 3 looked bad, and then he came out in the second half, and he looked like a new.
I think a lot of that's just
like it was
calming
a new
down,
year, new
just,
TLC.
Yeah, settling into it, So
yes. What's up?
What you scheming up over there?
I'm trying to put a poll out there on
You're all about
Twitter.
polls today.
Yeah, because I want to know what people think before we get into our little argument here.
Well, it's coming up, so
it is, and I'm gonna.
So next up is 2nd in defensive rating, 13th in offensive rating, and 6th in net rating. To me, it's awesome that we're 2nd in defensive rating. However, we should be 1st.
Why do you say that?
I just think the talent on this team, defense. Yeah. I just think this team is capable of that. I'll take second place. So I'll take being second all season long over drifting up and down the rankings. But I think number one is the potential that this team has, and while I know we're going to argue about this later, defense is important, and so
we're shortly behind or close behind the Celtics. So it's not like we're too far off there. I think we may end up surpassing them. We're playing better than the Celtics are for sure. And what goes along with that, though, is the Thunder is 13th in offensive rating. And I was taking a look, and there are 3 or 4 teams that are ahead of the Thunder in terms of 5 teams ahead in net rating, which is when you combine the two, the difference there. And those are all the league's, arguably, the league's best teams right now. And the thing is, we're right in the thick of it with them, and I think that's super important. Let me pull up the stats real quick. All right, net rating. You've got the Bucks and the Raptors are 1 and 2, which makes sense in terms of power rankings. The Trailblazers are right there at number 3, Denver Nuggets at 4, and then the Warriors at number 5. We're right behind them at number 6, followed by the Clippers. Surprisingly, the Hornets, and then the Pacers. So we're doing the things that we need to do in order to make a push, an argument to be among the league's elite, and it does. It starts with depending on who you ask, offense, defense, whatever you want to, whichever side of that you want to argue, which we're about to argue. So let me. Do we need music?
I don't. Sure.
Okay.
As long as it's fire.
You want that chill music, bro?
I want a banger.
You want that chill music? All right, we're going to go chill music. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's how this works. Every week we try to have a short segment called Point-Counterpoint. We take an issue, we argue it, and then we let you, listeners, viewers, fans, whatever you want to call yourselves, let you guys decide. So let's go 30 seconds today. Here's the question. What is the reason for the Thunder's recent success? Offense or defense? Ready? Go.
I'm taking the offense because if you look at the way the season's gone, the Thunder have been pretty solid on defense all the way through, yet their success started coming when the offense came around. You look at this last week, they shot nearly 50% from beyond the arc, and the free throw percentage, obviously, 87.5% over the last 3 games. I'm sticking with my point from earlier in the or I guess a couple episodes ago, that you can have all the defense in the world, but you have to still have offense to win. And I think that's what's been the Thunder's recent success.
And that's fair. But I'm going to go ahead and take the defense because everybody knows offense wins games, but defense wins championships. And the thing is with the Thunder, the defense is what they've got. The offense isn't always what they've got. Defense fuels offense. And as we know, when the Thunder plays solid defense, they're able to get out and run in transition. And I think that's going to be key to continue with the success in the season. And overall, I got to roll with the defense. I'll take defense over offense in this case. So let us know what you think, and we'll talk a little bit more. Let's go ahead and...
Second in defensive rating, 13 in offense. Would you rather have it like this, or it be the other way around?
Definitely rather have it like this.
I can't say that I disagree with that.
Okay.
But, I mean, that being said, if you can score 130 points a game...
Well, here's the thing. We've got... you're talking about scoring 100... Let me... Since you're talking about high scoring...
What are we at right now? Like 110, 111?
We're right around there. And we're like 14th in scoring, in points per game, which isn't like terrible, but it's not great. But let me name you off some of the teams in points per game. You've got Bucks, the Pelicans, who are 9-7, they're okay. The Clippers at 10-5, the Raptors, those are all solid teams. Then you've got the Lakers, who are okay. The Warriors, the Blazers. You've got the Hornets at 115. They're 7-8. You've got the Kings that are almost 114 points per game. They're 8-8. 76ers, Nuggets, the Wizards are averaging more than us, and they are 5-11, and they're ready to burn that mother down.
I would be mad to be scoring 115 a game and have a losing record.
Yeah. I would be mad to be dropping 60 in
awful.
a game by myself and still losing off a buzzer beater. Listen,
free my man Kimba.
How long have I been saying Kimba's incredible? Get my man out of Charlotte. I love the guy. I do. I'm a Kimba Walker fan. There aren't a lot of players of other teams that I like because I'm super biased for my team, but I love Kimba Walker, and he's wasting away in Charlotte. It's sad. Okay, but you go to defense. Okay, the Thunder allows the 5th fewest points. The only better defenses in points would be Memphis, Indiana, Boston, and Denver. And all of those teams have winning records. So, here's my thing.
You got the facts to back it up.
Here's my thing, though. It's not that I think it's defense over offense. It's that, in my mind, defense leads to offense. They go hand in hand. If you can't make baskets, it's hard to get back on defense. But if you force turnovers on defense, which the Thunder leads the league in steals. Paul George leads the league in steals as far as individual players go. When you're able to do that, you're able to create points in transition. The Thunder does not have a great half-court offense, so getting to move the break, even if it's a secondary break, whatever that looks like, that's where the Thunder thrives, and that's where they need to continue to thrive. So that's why I say that. But give me a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You feel me?
Yeah.
So let's talk about the week. 4 games this week. Busy holiday week. I'm on break, so you know I'm going to be watching all of these games. I haven't got to watch every game this season. I'm a busy man, doing a lot lately, and that's going to be the case, but I'm going to do everything I can to stay in touch and up to date and whatnot on all the deets. But let's talk about tonight. 9 o'clock tip-off in Sacramento. Thunder lost to the Kings in the season opener earlier this year.
We were there.
Yeah, we were. And that was disappointing. I remember I was feeling pretty down, pretty frustrated as a Thunder fan. Did not like that. And I just have a feeling that this team is different and the Kings are different. They started off really solid, and they've lost 5 of their last 7, I want to say. They're 5-5 in their last 10, but I'm pretty sure they've lost 5 in their last 7. They had a solid start to the season, much better than we thought they were going to do. But now they're already talking about, there's rumors that the front office has a problem with the coach. So, is it Dave Yorger? I don't know. Joerger. It's tough. That's tough, man. But anyways, so I feel like they're in a bit disarray. What?
I started thinking about their tweet to Houston about staying at Astro or going to Astro World or something like that.
I will say for sure that their Twitter is without a doubt, is without a doubt one of the top social media as far as teams go in the NBA.
Facts.
So yeah. Still no update on Russell Westbrook. We're getting closer and closer to tip off where they will.
He's not playing.
He's back, but it's to be determined on whether or not he's available. He's with the team. Okay, he is.
Oh well, then he better get out there and play. Quit being a little weenie hut junior.
He's like I said, he's at the court. It looks like he was icing his ankle earlier tonight. That was a few hours ago. But he's back. He's in the arena. He's by what I can tell, he's ready to go. So I say let the dude play. He needs to play. He needs a warm-up game before we smack the Warriors on Wednesday. Which brings us to that game. 9:30 tip-off the night before Thanksgiving. If that's too late for you, pour yourself a cup of coffee or 2 or 3, whatever it takes. I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew. Not really, but whatever it takes.
Yeah.
You got to stay awake.
I'll be watching it.
All I know is we better make a run at them. They are weak. The Thunder is strong right now, rolling. Let's go hit them where it hurts.
Yeah, knowing the Warriors, it'll be like their bounce back game, and it'll be history.
I'm not
for
too
us.
worried about that though. So we're gonna roll with it as
I'll tell you what, it's the most confident I've been heading into a matchup against the Warriors in a very long time.
Yeah,
so
that's fair.
Looking forward to that one.
For sure.
It would be a big statement game, for sure.
Nice. By the way, there's still 5 minutes left on the poll on Twitter. I asked everybody what's the reason for the success, and 88% are saying defense.
Whatever. You're all wrong.
But anyways, after Golden State, we got...
You rig these things to go in your favor. Let me do it next time. I get to come up with the questions. I get to post the poll.
I don't put on the choice options offense, thumbs down, defense, smiley faces, thumbs up, arrows. I'll pay you $5. None of that. But Friday, back at home, facing off against the Charlotte Hornets. Kemba's on fire right now. He's averaging. He's up near the top of the league.
Well, yeah, I'd hope so. After scoring 60.
I can't remember. Let me see. He's second. Right, he's 0.1 points behind LeBron, who's doing everything. He scored 50 last night, by the way. LeBron did.
Yeah,
doing everything he can to keep the Lakers afloat. Kemba's hot. The rest of the team is not. So I feel like we should be able to get another win there. And then hosting Denver on
looking forward
Saturday.
To that one.
I think that's going to be a really tough game because
Always
Denver is one of it really is. Usually at Denver is tough, not so much here. But
can't breathe, man.
I can't breathe. But the Nuggets are definitely doing some solid things. They are another solid defensive squad, and I think it's going to be a good matchup.
I got out of breath just walking through the Denver airport.
Heard that.
I'm just kidding. It was really weird. It's not what I expected Denver to look like. I know this is a side note here, but there were no mountains from my view of the airport. I was like, where
the mountains at?
It's so flat.
So let me hear what do you think? Looking at these 4 games, what do you record wise? What are we gonna say? I think we both said 3-0 last week, and that's what we finished at. We said 3-1. No, you said 4-0 2 weeks ago. I said 3-1. So I'm on fire. I'm rolling right now. What are you gonna say with these?
I really want to be pessimistic and say 2-2.
You don't want to be pessimistic?
No, I really want to be.
Oh, you want to say 2-2?
Yeah, like
okay,
my gut is telling me 2-2.
Okay.
But my inner fanboy is telling me 3-1.
I'm also gonna say 3-1.
But you know what? I'll take 2-2.
So
just to be different.
Looks like we're dropping some frames over here.
But
looks like our video's struggling.
I'm saying it's a win against Sacramento, a win against Golden State, and then losses to Charlotte and Denver.
Are you really?
Yeah.
That's
just because.
I'm gonna say 3-1, and we drop either the Warriors or the Nuggets. I don't think we lose 2 this week. The Nuggets. So, yeah, I think that's gonna about wrap it up. I got some grilling to do.
I'm down for that.
And you got some eating to do after that.
Heard.
Is there anything else that you would like to cover before we scoot on out of here?
No, man.
I think that's gonna
that's
cover
it for this week. See you after Thanksgiving.
Actually, and before
be safe on Black Friday.
We will not be live at the same time next week. I have a basketball game to coach.
Oh my goodness.
Most games are on Monday nights.
Priorities.
This is one of those.
Priorities.
I'm actually it's a JV game, so I'm going to be head coaching.
I'm just kidding. 90% of the shows we've missed have been because of me doing other things.
That's probably true.
It's probably very true.
But it's cool. We're good. We will still have a show next week. I just don't know when. We will talk about it, and we will let you know, everybody. So, once again, thanks for tuning in. Facebook Live, if you're watching on YouTube afterwards, or listening on Crossover Radio with a Purpose. We appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
You guys have a good week. Thunder up, and have a happy Thanksgiving.